Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm just finishing a vitamin C. So I'm just opening the webinar room a little bit early so that we can get everybody on here. And I can just give you some opening remarks, maybe some cues, those kinds of things. If you can do me a favor when you get on here, if you could just let me know that you're here, that you can see me, that you can hear me. So nice to have everyone joining right now. Let me see here. Awesome. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Deanna and Jane and Karen. I see you, Leslie and Kim. No, don't worry, I can't actually see you, but I can hear you. Hi, Tracy. It'd be awesome if you can just come on here and just let everybody know that you're here. I have the advantage of knowing who is on here right now and seeing how much of a community that we're creating here. But for those of you on the other side, hi, how are you? And for everyone, good morning. And for anyone else, I'm not sure if you can see how many people are on here, but we had over 60 registered. So I'm hoping that we get really great numbers on here. But regardless, I am happy that you are here. If I haven't met you before, my name is Laura Foster. And I have been providing a few online classes during this strange and awkward time that we're in right now. Really, I'm doing them, to be completely transparent, I'm doing them for me and sharing them with you. So regardless of where you are in your yoga practice today, I'm going to be teaching this class to, for lack of a better term, I'm going to say level 1. And that means that if you are a more developed, if you've got a stronger practice or you feel like being more adventurous today, then I want you to extend the practice to the level that you're at. So if, you know, I'm doing plank with my knees down, do the full expression of plank and chaturanga. If I'm doing baby cobra and you want to do up dog, go ahead. And if that means nothing to you, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you as many modifications as I can. I'm going to allow you to probably build on the way you know how. So I want this to be accessible to everybody. More than anything, hi Gail, more than anything, I want everyone to feel like they are supporting the person that's on the mat. So the only way that we get hurt in yoga is when we stop listening to ourselves and we only start focusing on the voice that's coming at us. It doesn't overly matter what I'm doing. If it doesn't feel right to you, if it hurts, if there's pain, if there's sharpness, those are the cues to you to slow down, stop, modify, take a rest, whatever it takes. So I want that to be really clear because I'm not in the room with you, so I can't provide any support in that respect. So I want you to listen to you. If you have any issues with this or you have questions around your practice, I want you to just reach out to me afterwards. I will be emailing this recording to you afterwards. So we are, of course, using the internet right now, and technology has its fun. So I am hardwired to my modem, but if you are not and you're getting a sketchy signal or it just keeps freezing or something's happening like that, you can always reboot your computer. I think it's much better to open Zoom on Google Chrome. But if that's like beyond where you're at right now, don't worry about it. If for some reason it's just not working for you, close it down, shut it down, do the yoga flow that feels good to you, whatever that is, and then you will get the full version of this in your email inbox within a couple hours, okay? Hi, Pam. Did I say that already? Amazing. Good morning, Karen. You are so welcome. So a couple things that I just want to comment. I am practicing into the sunlight. It is a beautiful sunny day today. Everyone said they could see me last time. It looks dark to me, but I hope it's okay for you. I want you to spend the first couple of minutes just getting some props. So one of my favorite props to have are blocks. Most of us don't actually have blocks at home, but you can get some similar sized books if you have them, or something that can create some elevation. The whole advantage of using things like blocks is simply to draw the ground up closer to you. So just do your best to get two things that are roughly the same height and use them often. So I keep my props at the front of my mat. That way they are easily accessible to me. The other things that I would recommend that you get would be, if you have sore knees, I would recommend you get some sort of blanket, or I use sometimes just a hand towel that I can prop underneath my knees, and then that allows me to get the extra support. So if you're that person that feels like it's sore, please do that. Another option, especially if you're tight in your back body and in the back of your legs, it's nice to have a strap. You do not require a yoga strap. You could get a housecoat tie, or you could use a long belt. That works really well. So anything like that. And then of course, my number one favorite is just simply a folded blanket. Try not to get something too big. Good morning, Erin. Hi, Diana. And what I love about this is you can cover yourself up at the end for Shavasana, but you can also roll this so that you are sitting on the edge of it. And I'll show you what I mean by that. It's just a nice way to prop up your hips and pelvis so that you have the support and you can get out of your back body and you can stretch more forward. Good morning, Kim. Okay, so here we go. I pulled a card this morning just to get a sense of, I do it every morning. It's something that keeps me grounded. So today I use Keepers of the Light, which is an oracle card. If there's something that doesn't resonate with you, you can just walk away and get a glass of water right now. Not surprising, I picked this card, Hilarion, which is Divine Healing. Let me read it for you. Good morning, Nina. And it says, the world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time so that you can recharge and feel whole. I probably could not have said it better myself. I think it's really important to take the practice that you need today so that you can leave your mat at the end and go out and serve yourself and others the best way you know how without sacrificing who you are. All right, so it looks like Bodhi's gonna join us for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're just a couple minutes to 10 o'clock, and amazing, we have 28 people on here. Yeah, Deanna, that card resonates with me as well. If you see some legs and some arms flailing around to the side here, Paul's joining us, but there was no way he was interested in being on camera today. All right, so am I missing anything? Does anyone have any questions? Let me just go back, Jenny, and read yours. I appreciate the modified poses. I need the support and help, and I think others who do intermediate poses, well, they already know how to do intermediate poses. No, you don't sound snotty. You appreciate the help. I understand. We do our best, don't we, when we're in these situations where we're doing a lot of online stuff. And if you know me, you know I'm a relatively new teacher. So I will do my very best with what I know. All right? Yes, you are muted on my end, Nicole. I tried those yoga classes where I allowed you guys to mute yourself, Kim, and it didn't work. So we nixed that. No, I cannot hear you, but I can read you. But once we get going, I won't be able to. So it's going to be quiet on my end so that you have no problem hearing my voice. But if you want to play music in the background, by all means, please do. Make this as enjoyable as possible. All right. So go ahead and find a nice comfortable place on your mat. I'm going to recommend that you start on your back. This is a morning practice, obviously. So we're going to have a really nice, long, juicy warm up so that our bodies feel like they want to move the way we're moving. So go ahead and just lie on your back in Shavasana, move the dog toy. Place your legs on either side, opening up your toes to the outer corners of your mat. Do a slight tuck of your shoulder blades and spin your shoulder heads open, palms to the ceiling. And take some deep breaths in through your nose and in equal timing, exhaling through your nose. Closing your eyes. Landing in your space. Couple more breaths. It's calming the vibration of your body, letting the earth support you. When you're ready in your own time, starting to move your fingers and your toes, doing some circles in either direction. Bringing your legs together, pressing out through the balls of your feet, clasping your hands, stretching them up over top of your head, reaching forward through your fingertips, out through the soles of your feet, raising your hips and your rib cage, and exhaling. One more deep inhale, pressing through the soles of your feet, reaching above your head, and exhaling through your mouth. Bringing your arms back down, placing the soles of your feet on the ground, and rolling onto your right hand side. And when you're ready, slowly coming to sit in a cross-legged seated position. So we call this Sukhasana, or easy pose. It's not easy for everybody. So you might need to sit in the position that's most comfortable for you. If you find yourself sitting really far back onto your sitting bones, just take the edge of a blanket and prop it up so that you're sitting right on the edge of the blanket. And that will allow your pelvis to come forward a bit. It will stack your head over top of your shoulder, over top of your hips a little bit more. All right, so getting in a nice, easy, comfortable position, relax your hands into your lap and close your eyes. Setting an intention for your practice and for your day today. However small it needs to be. Opening your eyes. Inhale, sweeping your arms up over top of your head. Option to bring your hands together. Look up, little bit of a back bend. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Interlacing your fingertips in front of your heart. Pressing your palms away. Press forward with your palms, chin to chest. Arching through the shoulder blades. Reaching forward, stretching back through the shoulders. Inhale, floating your fingers up over top of your head, looking up. Exhale, palms to heart center. And keep going. Flipping your palms, stretching forward, tipping your pelvis back, chin to chest. Inhale, sweeping your hands up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Keep going, whatever pace works for you. Pressing your palms forward, arching through the shoulders, creating space all the way down both sides of your rib cage. Inhale, reaching up, stretching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, Exhale, press forward. Opening between your shoulder blades, chin to chest. Inhale, reaching up, grounding down through the pelvis. And exhale, hands to heart center. Placing your hands to the right of your body, inhaling your left arm up and over top of your head, reaching all the way to your left fingertips, grounding down through the left pelvis, keeping your head in line with your spine, letting it wave a bit, being as dynamic as it feels comfortable. Inhaling up, left arm down, right arm up over top of your head. Reaching through your fingertips, opening up all the way down the rib cage. Keeping your right sits bone nice and grounded. And exhale, come down and keep going side to side. And all the way open. Making the move as deliberate as possible, listening to the cues of your body. Keep going. One more full cycle. And last one. Clasping your hands behind your back, bringing your palms together, reaching back behind you with your fingertips, opening up your shoulder blades, looking forward, opening up through the collarbones, exhaling your chin towards your chest. Inhaling to neutral, exhaling, chin to the sky. Inhaling to center, keep going, and forward, exhaling. And making this movement as large or as small, back to neutral, as feels comfortable to you. Keep going. So if putting your chin up towards the sky doesn't feel comfortable, limit the mobility. Coming to neutral, release your chin back down to your chest. Drape your ear over to your left shoulder. Rise your chin up to the sky, releasing your right ear to the right shoulder and back down to the front. And keep going in counterclockwise, over to your left. Chin raises all the way to the right and back down. Allowing that mobility to be as big and small as you require. Keep going. Releasing your shoulders and your hands behind your back if that's uncomfortable. One more. Pausing and reversing direction. It's okay if you're feeling and hearing all sorts of motion and movement in your neck. Your neck's supposed to be able to move in this position, but if you feel dizzy or uncomfortable or you have sharp pain, that's your cue to stop doing that or modify. Keep going. And when you come forward for your last time, bring it back up to neutral and release your arms. Reaching forward, tenting your fingertips, start to walk your fingertips out in front of your body. So when you get as far forward as you can reach, press back through your sitting bones, reach forward through your fingertips and release your head between your biceps and down towards the ground. Reaching forward, pressing back, finding the space between effort and ease, breathing deep into your back body. One more breath. Walking your fingertips back up. Placing your left hand on your right knee. Walking your right hand behind your back. Inhaling to create length. Exhaling to twist to your left. Option to look over your right shoulder. So stacking your crown over top of your shoulders, over top of your pelvis. Inhaling for length. Exhaling to twist. Breathing deep. Looking back towards the center and releasing the stretch. Walking your hands, I'm just going to move a bit so you can see me. Walking your hands behind you, fingertips towards you, placing your feet on either side of your yoga mat, just allowing your knees to go from side to side. So letting your hip roll up as you go from side to side. Stacking your legs back up, inhaling your right ankle over top of your left, pressing forward with your fingertips so that you are rising up towards the sky. Mentally moving your knee away from your body, so opening up through a figure four. If this is too much for you, then just walking your left foot a little bit away from you. And if you want more of a stretch, walk your foot in a little bit more, but find the length through your body. Breathing deep. Feeling the stretch all the way down to the right hip, the right IT band, the right glute. 2 more deep breaths. Lean back a little, release the leg, and swap out the foot that you had in front. So go to the awkward position. So for me, that's my right shin in front. So inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhaling on tented fingers. Start to walk out forward ahead of your body again. So reaching forward, and when you can't go any further forward, releasing your head between your biceps, pressing back through your sits bones, reaching forward. Breathing deep in and out of your nose. One more breath. Walking your hands back up, placing your right hand on top of your left knee, inching your left hand behind you. Inhale to create length. Exhale to rotate to the left. Looking over your left shoulder. Finding the balance. Breathing deep all the way down the left rib cage. One more deep breath in. And exhaling through the nose. Looking forward again, releasing the stretch, placing your hands behind you again. Feet to either side of the yoga mat. One more time, left to right. Bringing your body to stillness. Inhaling your left ankle over top of your right thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, figure four on the left-hand side. So peeling open your left knee, flexing your left foot. Inhaling, sitting forward, reaching up through the crown. Externally rotating through the left hip. So that's the part where you're peeling your knee open to the side. No pinching, no pain. Feeling the stretch all the way down the left hip and the outer left thigh. One more deep breath in and exhale. Releasing your feet, just giving your legs a shake one more time, crossing your ankles, rolling over your knees, coming into tabletop position. So hands are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips, feet are firmly placed into the ground, finding neutral with your head right in the middle. Inhaling, pressing into your left palm, inhale your right arm up over top of your head, reaching up with your right fingertips, pressing down into your left. Exhale, bring your right arm underneath your left, hovering it over the other side. Inhale, sweeping it back up, large movement, look right up. Exhale, underneath, hovering it, looking to your left. Inhale, pressing down, lifting up. Exhale, this time bring your arm right under, place it down on the ground. Lie on the side of your head. Option to tent your left fingertips or inhale your left hand up over top. Feeling the stretch all the way through the shoulder blades. Two more breaths. Exhale, left hand down, setting back up into tabletop, pressing down into your right palm, inhaling your left arm up, opening all the way up, pressing down into your fingertips on the right, reaching up. Exhale, threading your left hand underneath your right arm. As soon as you get there, inhaling back up, stretching up, opening up through the left rib cage. Exhale, all the way back down again. Inhale, last time up. Exhale, thread it all the way through, releasing the back of your palm to the mat, tenting your right fingers, or inhaling your right arm up over top. Close your eyes. Releasing your right arm down, pressing back into tabletop. Bringing your forearms down to the ground. I want you to reach across so that you're measuring the distance of your forearms. So just take each hand, hold on to opposite elbows, placing it back down on the mat. Now you have two options depending on your body type. You're either going to bring your hands forward like on train tracks, or you're going to continue to clasp them palms together and a fist right ahead. So it depends on how your shoulders are shaped, whichever one feels better. As soon as you're in this position, walking your knees so they're back underneath your hips and coming into cat and cow. So exhaling, releasing your pelvis forward, inhaling, looking up, broadening through the collarbones. Exhale, press down into your forearms, belly button, back to spine, arching through the shoulder blades, chin to chest. Inhale, releasing your pelvis down, broadening through the collarbones, looking forward, looking up. Exhale, press down, belly button to spine, arching up. Keep going at your own pace. So normally I would do this cat and cow sequence on my hands, but it provides a unique movement and motion when you do it on your forearms. So if this feels completely awkward to you and you don't like how it feels, just pop up into your hands and do the same motion, back and forth. Going as slow as you can, articulating between every joint, pairing your movement with your breath. Coming back to neutral, pressing into your right shin, push your left heel back in space, toes to the ground, and then walk your right foot back to join. So coming into forearm plank. Forearm plank, same thing if you're up in full plank. You want to be one long line from the back of your heels all the way to your crown, pressing down into your forearms or your hands, slight doming action through the shoulder blades. Belly button to spine, and if this is too much for you, option to lower your knees, it's the same posture. Firming up the front of your thighs, lifting up your kneecaps, feet hip distance apart. Continue to hold, feeling the shake. Two more breaths. Releasing your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, allowing your body to come all the way down, removing your arms to the side. So stacking your hands underneath your forehead and just releasing your forehead down to the back of your hands. Bending your knees and letting your feet just windshield wipe from side to side. Releasing your feet back, hip distance apart, pressing down into the tops of your feet, pressing into your pelvis, bringing your hands right beside your shoulders, setting up for Cobra. So inhale, pressing down into your pelvis, pressing down to the top of your feet. Inhale your upper body up, looking a couple inches in front of your body, using your muscles of your upper back to bring yourself up. Looping your shoulders back and down, and exhale, come all the way back down. Inhale back up, pressing down, lifting up, and exhaling all the way back down. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, come up onto your knees through tabletop and press back into child's pose. So knees apart, feet together, letting your hips go all the way back to your heels and resting your forehead on the mat. This posture is child's pose, and it's a posture that you want to make sure that you remember because it's something that you can come back to at any point in this yoga practice. Even in day-to-day life, when you feel like the vibration is getting too high or you're feeling stressed or your nervous system is on overdrive, this is one of the most calming postures that you can be in. If your knees are apart and your feet are together, you're going to feel the opening through your pelvis. If you bring your knees together and your ankles together, you'll feel the stretch through your shoulder blades. Okay? So either drape your arms forward, be more dynamic, or release them back beside your body. 2 more breaths. Inhale to come forward. Placing your hands in the front of your mat, setting up for downward facing dog. So your wrist creases are parallel with the front of your mat. Your fingertips are wide apart. Tuck your toes. Exhale, pressing back, bending your knees, hinging your hips high to the sky. Bending each knee, letting the back of your legs open up. Breathing deep. So just taking a quick peek forward, making sure that your arms are shoulder distance apart. Your index and your third finger are reaching forward to the front of your mat. Fingers are spread apart. Knuckles are all in contact with the mat. Bending your knees enough that you're one long line from your fingertips all the way to your sitting bones, and releasing your head between your biceps. Still in your down dog. Waving forward, inhaling, coming forward, all the way onto your tippy toes, coming into plank. So same thing before, but we're doing plank on our hands. Option to release your knees to the mat. Holding for 2 more breaths. Remember to press back through the heels, reach forward through the crown. Releasing your knees to the mat and coming down in one long line. Hands beside your shoulders, inhaling to Cobra. And exhaling back down. One more time. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling all the way back down. Pressing back through tabletop and lifting to downward facing dog. So looking forward, starting to walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Coming to the front in a standing forward fold, feet are hip distance apart, releasing the crown of your head all the way to the ground, bending your knees to release the tension in the back. Breathing deep. Rocking forward and back on your feet, finding the space in between. And rolling your body up, walking yourself all the way up your front body. Coming all the way to the top, head is the last to rise. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up over top of your head, palms together, exhaling to heart center. Pressing your palms together, eyes closed. Standing in your Tadasana. Breathing deep. Releasing your hands, sweeping them up over top. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Inhaling, hands to your shins or blocks, bending your knees, halfway lift. So reaching back through your sitting bones, one straight line to your crown. Exhaling to fold. Coming back up, inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, reverse swan, sweep your arms up, all the way up, reach up, look up. Exhale to heart center, keep folding, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, reach back with your right foot to the back of your mat. Release your right knee to the earth, untuck your toes. Inhaling, coming into modified lunge. So pressing your hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Reach up through your fingertips. Exhale, cactus your arms. Shoulders back, chest forward. Inhale and up. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your toes, come back to plank. Release your knees to the mat and lower down in one long line. Hands to the side, inhale into Cobra. Exhaling back down. Inhale one more time. All the way up and release back down. Pressing back through tabletop, lifting to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, right foot through to your left, to your right hand. Release your left knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhaling, hands to your hips. Pressing forward. Feeling the stretch all the way down the left pelvis. Inhale, arms up. Spread your fingers, reaching up to the sky, rooting down into your left knee and your left shin. Exhale, open up, cactus your arms. Press your elbows back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands down, tuck your left toes. This time spring forward to the front of your mat to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up. Reach up. Exhale, keep folding all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Reach back with the right foot. Coming into high lunge. So just taking a moment to decide where you want to be going. Having your feet on train tracks. So your left foot is farther to the left, not being on one long line. So option to continue what we just did with your knee down, or staying up in high lunge. Inhale, bringing your body up, hands to hips. Left knee bent as close to 90 degrees. Right foot, heel stacked right over toes. Inhale, arms up. Reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, arms up. Bring your hands to heart center. Hinge forward your hips with either your knee down or up. And hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Pressing your palms together, revolving open to the left-hand side. So reaching back through your right heel, reaching forward to the crown of your head, revolving your body to the left, breathing deep, feeling the shake. Inhaling, coming back up. Bring your hands right back up over top of your head. Exhale, hands down on either side, stepping back to plank, lowering your knees and releasing all the way down. Inhaling, exhaling back down. Inhaling to Cobra, exhaling back down, pressing back through tabletop, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up, exhale it right through the high lunge on the other side. When you're ready, inhaling, coming up, hands on your hips. Getting your foundation right, building the pose from the bottom up. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Open up through the chest. Breathing deep. Inhale, reaching up. Bringing hands to heart center. Oh, did I just do this side? I did. I cued one thing and did the other. If you're following me, sorry, you're supposed to have your other leg forward. Coming up, hands to heart center. Hinging forward, looping your left elbow on top of your right knee and revolving your body open to the right-hand side. So pressing your palms together, pressing back through your left heel. 2 more breaths. Inhale, back to center. Rise up with your arms. Exhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Coming into plank. Release your knees and all the way back down. Inhale into Cobra. And exhale. One more time. Inhaling up to Cobra. Exhaling back down and pressing back into child's pose. So releasing your hips back, reaching forward with your hands. One more breath. Coming up, setting up your hands, tucking your toes, and pressing back into downward facing dog. Looking forward, stepping or jumping to the front of your mat. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, keep folding all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold, step back to plank. An option to either release down to your knees, come down, lie down, and go into Cobra, then press back through tabletop to downward facing dog, or to go into full plank, release down, and chaturanga halfway down. Flip your feet and inhale to upward facing dog. Pressing down into your hands, broadening through the chest, keeping your thighs up. Exhaling, rolling over your toes, hinging back to downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg up, stacking your right hip on top of your left, bend your right knee, pressing firmly through both arms equally. Keep your knee rising towards the sky. Exhale, straighten your leg, bring your right foot through to your right hand, setting up for warrior two. So spin your left heel down on a 90-degree angle. Inhale, your body up, holding onto your hips. So finding your foundation to begin with. So the heel of your right foot is in line with the arch of your left foot. Left leg is on a 90-degree angle with your foot, and right knee is pressing towards a 90 degrees. Inhale, your arms to the side, and reach forward through your right hands, pressing back through your left, relaxing your shoulder, opening your hips to the left side of your mat. Go a little deeper. Take a peek down and just make sure that your right knee is tracking forward with your second and third toe, not collapsing in at all. Reverse your warrior, flip your right palm, exhale it back. Reaching back with your right hand, still pressing into your right knee forward. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, right elbow to right foot to right knee. Inhaling your left arm up and over top of your head, extended side angle. So one long line all the way from the outside of your left foot, all the way to the left fingertips. Breathing deep. Inhale back to warrior two. So your foundation stays the same, it's just your upper body. Reverse warrior one more time, reach back. Exhale, windmill your arms down. On either side of your foot, reach back to plank and go through your vinyasa. So knees down, lie down, or chaturanga to up dog, meeting in downward facing dog, or taking a moment in child's pose. So 3 breaths. Calming your breath, steadying. If you're in child's pose, coming back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your left leg up, stack your left hip on top of your right, bend your left knee, pressing back to your hands, lifting your left knee to the sky. Straighten your left leg, exhale, left leg through the left hand, warrior two on the other side. So spin your right heel down on a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms up. Pausing for a moment with your hands on your hips. And if you need to lengthen your step, please do. When you're ready, inhaling your arms to the side. Gaze over your left fingertips. Relaxing your shoulders. Firming up your arms, sitting a little lower. Reverse your warrior, left arm up. Reaching back with your left arm, pressing into your left knee. Inhale back to warrior two, extended side angle, placing your left knee, your left arm on your left knee, inhaling your right arm up and over top of your head, reaching forward with your right fingertips, not slumping into your left knee, but lifting up out of your waist. 2 more breaths. Inhale back to warrior two. Keeping the legs firm, feeling the shake. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Windmill your arms down and coming through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Option to take child's pose. 3 breaths. Be nice and easy with yourself. Listen to what you need and adapt the practice to what you require. If you're in child's pose, coming up into downward facing dog, and then looking forward at your hands, and this time walking your hands back to meet your feet. Coming into a standing forward fold, taking hold of opposite elbows, releasing your head between your biceps, crown towards the floor, sits bones towards the sky. Releasing your hands back. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Reaching up, looking up, and hands towards heart center. So setting up for tree pose. Pressing into your left leg, bending your right knee. An option to either bring your right sole of your foot to the inside of your ankle, below your knee on the inside, or above your knee, the inside of your left thigh. So pressing your thigh into your sole and your sole into your thigh. When you're ready, bringing your hands to heart center. Finding your gaze 4 or 5 feet in front of you. Option to inhale your arms up. Grow your branches, lift your gaze. Pressing down into your feet, rising up to your crown. Bringing your hands back to heart center. Releasing your knee, but bringing it forward to 90 degrees. Flexing your foot, reaching forward, holding onto your knee with your left hand, and growing your right arm out behind you, twisting to the right hand side. So finding your gaze. Reaching back with your right fingertips. Pressing the outer side of your right knee into your left hand. Looking back to the front, releasing your hands to the hip and releasing your right knee to the ground. So walking your legs out for a moment, just releasing whatever we just did. Pressing firmly into the right foot, bend your left knee. Find your position for your tree pose. Remember your hips are centering to the front of your mat. Bringing your hands to heart center when you're ready. Finding your drishti, the gaze that isn't moving, and then inhale, grow your arms. Lift your gaze. Bringing your hands back to heart center, releasing your left knee, bringing it forward 90 degrees, holding, taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee, pressing firmly the outer knee into your right hand, reaching back with your left arm. An option to look over your left shoulder. So big time balancing posture. Breathing deep. If you fall out of it, just come back. Letting your gaze come forward, bringing your hands back to heart center and releasing your knee back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Walk your toes out, your heels in, and come all the way down into a wide-legged squat. I'm gonna face you instead. So having your feet, your toes out, your heels in, and releasing all the way down. It's okay if your heels don't come all the way down into the ground. You can be up on your toes, or you're welcome to put blocks underneath your heels. Doing your best to come sitting up nice and tall, elbows pressing on the inside of your knees, palms together, reaching up through your crown, releasing your right hand down to the mat, and inhaling your left arm up and over top of your head. So using the leverage of your right elbow into your right knee, and reaching up through your left fingertips, opening up the whole left side of your body. Exhale, bring it down. Plant your left hand down firmly. Left elbow in contact with the inner left knee. And inhale your right arm up over top. Looking up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Press your hands down, lift your hips up into standing forward fold. Walk your feet into hip distance. Taking a peek forward, walking your hands back out to downward facing dog. Placing your right foot, walk in about half a foot up. Place your right foot to the outside of the mat and your left. Press back, bend your knees if you need to. So wide-legged downward facing dog. So inhale, bring your right hand across your body, holding on to your left calf, left shin, left knee, anything you can grab. Pressing back with your left hand. Bringing your heels towards the ground, lifting your pelvis towards the ceiling. Twisting, an option to look underneath your right armpit, your left armpit. Breathing deep. Releasing your right hand back down, recentering yourself and inhaling your left hand over, taking hold of your right leg anywhere you can, pressing back, looking underneath your right armpit. All the twisting helps release tension in your body. Release your left hand back down, walk your feet back together. Looking forward and walking your feet all the way to the front of your mat, releasing into a forward fold one more time. Taking hold of opposite elbows. Releasing your hands down, inhaling, sweeping your hands all the way up. Hands together, looking up, exhale, all the way to fold again. All the way down, inhaling, halfway lift, exhaling, hands down, stepping back to plank, going through your vinyasa, so knees down, lie down, or coming through chaturanga, all the way to up dog, and kneading backwards in downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg up, exhale, bring your right foot through your right hand, warrior two, bringing your left foot down on 90 degrees, inhaling your body up. Reaching forward with your right fingertips, reaching back with your left. Finding your warrior two. You know where we're going, one more time. Exhale, reverse your warrior, reaching back with your right hand. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, right arm down, extended side angle, reaching your left arm up and over top of your head. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Windmill your arms all the way down on the other side of your right foot. Step back to plank through your vinyasa, or skip the vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Last flow. Other side. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale right through to your left hand. Right heel down on a 90-degree angle. Inhale your body up. Reaching forward with your left fingertips. Making sure your left knee is not collapsing in. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two, extended side angle. Left elbow, left knee, right arm, right over top. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Windmill your arms all the way down and take your last flow. All the way back and release your knees down into child's pose. So letting your hips rock from side to side. You made it. Inhale, start to walk your hands back. Just sitting in a nice neutral position. Walk yourself a little bit forward so you're a little bit more forward in the front of your mat. And bring your blocks or your books or whatever your props are a little bit further back because we're going to go into Camel, which is a bit of a back bend. So there's a few options for you. We're all going to start in option one. So you're going to inhale, bring your body up so that you're on your knees, both of your shins are firmly in touch with the ground. You're reaching up through your crown. Place your hands behind your back, fingertips up. Bring your elbows back, opening up to the front of your shoulders, looking forward. Exhale, press your hips forward, opening your chest, leaning back any amount. So lifting your gaze towards the ceiling, no need to let your head go back, whatever you're comfortable with. Pressing your hips forward, tucking your shoulder blades in, elbows spiraling back. One more breath. Inhale, coming back up to rise. Exhaling, just sitting your sitting bones back to your heels and releasing your hands into your lap. Just close your eyes for a moment. Releasing your hands down beside you. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up over top. Hands together all the way down to your heart center. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, press your palms away, arching back through your shoulder blades, chin to your chest. Inhale, sweeping your arms up over top, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep going. Flip your palms, pressing forward, tipping your hips back, inhaling all the way up. Breathing in, exhaling, heart center. One more time. Pressing forward. Inhaling up over top of your head. And releasing hands to heart center. So option two for the next round is to continue what we just did. So having your knees hip distance apart, placing your hands on the back of your hips, fingertips up, spinning your elbows in towards each other, stacking your crown on top of your shoulders, pressing your hips forward. And if you have the mobility, flexing your feet, coming up and reaching back for your heels or either one of your blocks. Okay, so inhaling up to the camel, option to reach back. If you have a hold of your heels, root down into your heels, press up, pushing your hips forward, expanding through the chest. Looking up to the sky. 2 more breaths. When you've had enough, just walking yourself back out of the posture in the same way you came in. 1 more breath. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, untucking your toes and releasing back. 1 more time. Waving your arms up over top of your head, hands to heart center, flipping your palms, pressing forward, arching back, reaching up. Hands to heart center. 2 more times, pressing forward, reaching up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. 1 more time. Pressing forward, reaching up. Releasing all the way back down. Placing your hands on either side, stepping back to downward facing dog, sitting up for pigeon. So we're going into pigeon, which might be a bit on your knees. Just go ahead and pedal out your feet. If it's uncomfortable for you to be in pigeon, you can go into figure 4 on your back, and I will demo that in just a moment. But if you're coming with me, inhaling your right leg up, exhale, right knee to right elbow, right wrist, walking your left leg back. So squaring your hips to the front of the mat and just taking a peek down, making sure your right knee is on the outside of your right hip. So pressing into your fingertips, expanding forward, opening up to your collarbones. And when you're ready, exhaling and slowly starting to walk your body forward onto blocks, onto forearms, or releasing your head all the way down to the mat. If this is comfortable for you, you can stay here. If it's not comfortable for you to be on your back, on your front like that, just roll onto your back. Put your right ankle on top of your left thigh and either stay in this position, opening your right knee to the front of your mat, or reaching through, holding on to the back of your left thigh, drawing your left knee towards your chest and using your right elbow to open up your right knee. Whatever feels comfortable. Finding your place of comfort. Breathing deeply. Starting to walk your body back up. Letting your body roll onto your right hip and swinging your left leg around until your left foot is on the outside of your right knee. So let me just spin 1 more time. So sitting up nice and tall, your right heel is touching your left thigh and your right knee is tracking forward. So sitting up nice and tall, putting your right elbow all the way around your left knee, walking your left hand behind you. Inhale to create some length. Exhaling, rotating to your left. So finding the length from your sits bones all the way to your crown, letting it be dynamic. Inhaling for length, exhaling to twist any amount to your left. Two more breaths. Inhale, let your gaze come forward. Release the twist. Roll over top of your ankles and come all the way back into downward facing dog. And if you're in figure 4, just simply going to the other side. So if you're in downward facing dog, walking out your dog. Inhaling your left leg up. Exhale, bring your left knee to your left wrist. Walking your right leg back. So making sure you're in one long line all the way back on your right leg. Opening your pelvis to the front of the mat. Inhaling to create length. And exhale, starting to walk yourself forward any amount. It's okay if there's movement. You can walk it a little bit from side to side. Whatever feels comfortable. Breathing deeply into your back body. Appreciating wherever your body is today. Inhale, start to walk your body up, letting your body roll onto your left hip. Reach back and bring your right leg around. Bring your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Sitting up nice and tall on your sits bones. Reaching your left arm around, holding onto your left knee. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale to create length. Exhale to twist to your right. Letting the breath come all the way into your belly. Option to look over your right shoulder. Making sure you're softening your right elbow, not hyperextending. One more breath. Create length and rotate just a bit more. Take a look forward, releasing the stretch, placing your hands forward, unwinding yourself, and reaching back into downward facing dog. Pedaling out your dog. Inhaling your right leg back. Exhale, bring it all the way forward between your hands and turn to face the long edge of your mat. So going into a wide-legged forward fold, taking a peek down and just making sure your toes and your heels are on the same line and adjusting how far out you have your feet so that you have control, but you also have motion. Inhaling, so you're coming to halfway lift, reaching forward through the crown, pressing back through your pelvis. Exhaling, releasing your crown towards the ground, walking your hands back between your feet, and rising your sitting bones up to the ceiling. So pressing through the outside line of your feet, having your sitting bones rise. Inhale, walking your hands underneath your face, rising your body to halfway lift. If you need to, just walk your feet in a little bit. So placing your left hand underneath your face, inhaling your right arm up and over top of your head. So pressing down into your left hand, reaching up into your right hand. An option just to bring your hand all the way down onto your pelvis if it's too much for your shoulder. And adjusting your gaze to where you're most comfortable. So if you're uncomfortable being in the full expression, that's great. And if not, modify it as to where you're looking. So still finding the balance between reaching forward with your crown and pressing back through your tailbone, but at the same time finding the reach into your left hand and up through your right fingertips. One more breath. Exhale, right hand down, right underneath your face, and inhale, sweep your left arm up. Reaching up. Feeling the twist all the way back down the side body. Exhale, hand back down and releasing forward one more time. Walking your hands back or simply walking your right hand to your right ankle, left hand to your left ankle, And releasing the crown of your head towards the mat. Breathing deep. Lifting your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, walking up to halfway, and then walking your hands to the front of your mat, placing your right foot forward and springing forward to the front of your mat and coming down into a squat, walking yourself all the way back. So coming down so that your feet are setting up in front of your body, sitting up nice and tall, holding on to both your knees, sitting up nice and tall, and then exhale, rolling back one vertebrae at a time, as slow as you can go. Keep going. And when you get all the way down, inviting both your knees into your chest, one at a time, and gently squeezing your knees in. Rocking a little from side to side. Releasing the soles of your feet to the mat, setting up for bridge. So placing your feet directly underneath your knees, stepping your feet closer to your sitting bones, placing your hands on either side of your body, palms down, inhaling, exhaling, pressing down into your feet, inhaling, exhaling, pressing your hips up towards the ceiling. Option to interlace your hands underneath your body, rocking from side to side to tip your shoulder blades underneath your body. Pressing down on the outside edge of your arms, pressing into your feet, lifting your hips even higher. Keeping your head nice and neutral. Keeping your knees hip distance apart. 2 more breaths. Lift a little higher. Releasing your hands and then rolling down one vertebrae at a time. When you get down to the bottom, placing the soles of your feet on the outside edges of your mat and just letting your knee rest in the midline. Closing your eyes. Coming back into your second set, placing your feet back underneath your knees, hands on either side, taking a deep inhale in, exhale, press down into your feet, lift your hips, bringing your arms underneath you, pressing your hips even higher, telescoping your chest towards your face, pressing firmly down into your feet, feeling it all the way through your legs. Option to stay here or to press firmly into your left foot. Inhale your right knee into your chest. Exhale, press your right heel to the ceiling. Press up, reaching up, hips level. 2 more breaths. Pressing deeply into your left leg, lifting up into your right heel. Exhale, bend your right knee, bring it down, other side. Pressing deeply into your right leg. Inhale your left knee to your chest. Lengthen your leg, left heel to the sky. 2 more breaths. Press down, lift up. Bend your left knee, place it down. Unwind your arms. Roll all the way down. Bring your feet to opposite ends, either side of your mat. Rest your knees in, hands on your belly, and close your eyes. Bringing your feet back in, inhaling your knees all the way to your armpits. Reaching your hands through, setting up for happy baby. Hands on the outside of your feet. Bend your knees to 90 degrees. Flex your feet. Lengthening your tailbone towards the ground. Pressing your hands into your feet, your feet into your hands, and drawing your knees into your elbows, into your armpits. Option to rock back and forth from side to side. Going nice and wide with your knees to get lots of space. Bringing your knees back into your chest. Inhaling, bringing your forehead to your knees, holding on to your right knee, lengthening your left leg straight out, pressing through your heels. So both your feet are nice and flexed and going back and forth from right to left. So right knee into your chest, exhale and switch. Pressing out through the right, bringing your left knee in. Option to keep your body up like I am with your head raised, or to lower it back down to the ground. And switch. Pressing out through the heels and switch. Going back and forth. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your legs firm. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. Point your toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees in, forehead to knees. Exhale, release your head back down to the mat and release your feet back down. Taking both your hands behind your thighs, starting to rock and roll back and forth on your spine. Bending your knees, rolling all the way up to your cervicals and back down. And when you're ready, coming all the way up to sit and coming forward. So placing both your feet straight forward, coming into staff pose. So both your legs zip together, inside seams of your legs together, flex both your feet, hands down on either side, press down into your hands, lift up into your crown. And then inhale your arms up. Exhale, releasing over your feet. So if you have the luxury of being able to reach all the way forward, fantastic. But if you're like most of us, and you find that your back body gets in the way, then this is a really good option, is to sit on the edge of your mat. So once you do that, your hips will start to come forward. And there is nothing saying that your legs have to be straight. If you find you're like this, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to flex your feet, bend your knees any amount, come forward on your pelvis here, and then you don't have to do this big wide thing. You can just walk your hands forward, leading with your chest, and then releasing your head when you get forward. As long as you feel the stretch coming out of the back of the legs and lengthening through your lower back, you're in the right position. So inhaling for a little more length, exhaling to release forward. One more breath. Inhale, walk your body all the way up. Bend your left leg, bring your left sole inside your right thigh, flexing your right foot. So option to do what we just did there, placing your hands behind you, bending your knee and coming forward. Or if you have a little more flexibility, inhaling your arms up, exhaling, coming forward, leading with your chest, and then releasing your hands down, bringing your crown towards your toes. Letting your stretch be as dynamic as you would like. Inhale, walking your body up, lengthening your left leg, flexing your right, bringing it to the inside of your left thigh, sitting up nice and tall, inhaling and exhaling to fold over your left leg. Sending your breath wherever you feel tightness. Inhale, walking your body back up. Bending your left leg, bringing your soles of your feet together into Baddha Konasana, drawing your heels as close to your groin as you feel comfortable, and sitting up nice and tall, holding on to both your feet, and just drawing your legs out to either side, inhaling to create length, exhaling, drawing your body forward, leading with your chest, tucking your chin, and gently pressing your thighs open with the outside angle of your elbow. Inhaling for length, exhaling for any extra motion. Inhale, walk your body back up. Take your hands underneath your thighs and release your knees. And roll back again, one vertebrae at a time, holding on and lowering down until you're on your back. Bring your knees into your chest, squeeze them in, scoot your body just a little bit to the left, draw your knees in, and then release your knees all the way to the right-hand side, and open up your shoulder to the left, bringing your left arm at shoulder height all the way to the left. Option to look over your left shoulder. Deep twist. Breathing deep all the way down the left-hand side of your body. Inhale, bring your knees back up to center. Scoot your body just a little bit to the right. Bring your knees in and then release your knees to the left-hand side, all the way down to the ground. Stretch your right arm out at shoulder height. Option to look over your right shoulder. So finding the balance between having your knees rest on the ground and having the back of your right shoulder on the ground as well. Inhaling your knees back to center, squeezing your knees in, and doing whatever motion that you want to do to set yourself up for your final pose of your practice for Shavasana. Squeezing your knees in, rocking from side to side, and when you're ready, releasing your back body back onto the mat, stretching your right leg out to the right corner, left leg all the way out to the left, opening your feet up to either side, tucking your shoulder blades, opening your arms, palms to the ceiling. Let any last remaining effort leave your body. Allow the weight of your body to rest into the earth, and the earth to support your body. Staying in Shavasana, I'm going to read a poem from Dana Faulds called Walking Slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catching myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. Option to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. We're starting to move your fingers and your toes, waking your body up in whatever way feels best for you. Drawing your knees into your chest, rolling onto your right hand side, resting your head on your right elbow. And when you're ready, pressing into your left hand, pressing your body all the way up into a cross-legged seated position, keeping your eyes closed, resting your hands on your lap. Sweeping your arms up over top of your head, reaching up, looking up, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, bowing your head. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum. Thanking yourself for taking the time to give you what you need so that you can give to others. Bowing your head more deeply. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for coming into class today. I really felt your energy, and it meant a lot to me that you were here. You're so welcome, you're so welcome, you're so welcome. I will go ahead and I will send this replay out, and you can do it at your heart's content. I so appreciate, you have no idea how much it means to me for Paul and I to have someone to practice with today. Have a fabulous day. Thank you. Have an amazing day. You're welcome. Oh, Gail, that's sweet. So nice to see you, Tracy. Yes, much needed for me too. You're welcome, Kim. You're welcome, Nina, Catherine, Lana, Lee, Nancy Waterfield. How awesome to have you. Jenny, I hope that worked for you. You're welcome, Dawn. How beautiful to see you, Susan. Lots of exhales. You are a ray of white light as well. Amazing, everyone. Have a fabulous day. Yes, my pup cuddled me always. See you.